Hello, hello, hello! I am Kazasagi Sagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. Let's quickly grab Q for the short amount of time that we will have her. I just have to find her. She's somewhere out there in the world. Hello, hello, Miss Q.
Hello, hello.
We only have you for a little while today. Well, only a little while this whole weekend. Yeah, so we will be doing Shadowbringers. We will be starting Shadowbringers next week. There you are. I was trying to find you. And we will be doing some catch up. If we find ourselves with extra time, I will simply do Eureka, and it'll be a day of Eureka and chill, and we'll get as far into that as we can. Don't think we'll finish it an entire stream, and that would be crazy. But we will see what we can do. All right, are you ready to finish off the Four Lords' tale, Miss Q?
I'm ready.
All right. Bunjin holds in his hand an urgent missive addressed to you. Passing through, or here for another reason, regardless, I have tidings from our friends beneath Hell's lid. Another missive delivered by one of the auspices, a raccoon dog, I believe. It was rather agitated too. I fear matters may not be coming to a head. Koryu's words are on the verge of failure. Return to the Risen Temple at once, brave warrior. Worrying out for the urchin. I have sent a messenger to her as well. Straight to the point, was it? Do not let me keep you then. Alright, to Hell's Lid. Pull out your Moogle mountain for me. Oh, actually... Well, no, we'll do this first. Alright, and then you can just fly up through, like, the bubble holes and take us all the way there.
Oh.
Hmm? Yep. Neat. Right?
Very neat.
This is so much nicer than me doggy paddling across the ocean. Thank you for your sacrifice, Miss Q.
You're welcome.
I know you love this mount anyway.
I do.
So it's just a reason. Oh, we haven't finished patch 5.5, have we? Oh, we haven't. So. We also have to do that. I totally forgot about it. You actually are here for a bit longer than I thought. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
That's okay.
Good. Then let us. Good. Then let us proceed. You weren't exaggerating, were you, about Koryu's words? Would that I were. Sorobet and my comrades are doing their utmost to maintain them for now, but I fear Koryu will not be denied. Even now, I do not understand. I was certain we had more time to prepare. Bah! Worrying over my mistake will avail us nothing. Only our strength to the Four Lords united will see us through this crisis. Only together can we hope to renew the wards and keep Koryu in his prison. It falls to you, Akali, to quell the Aramitama of our comrade Seiryu. Will you do this for us, brave warrior? I doubted not that you would agree, but am nevertheless relieved. The last of our quartet is perhaps the most formidable among us, for in battle he commands a great host of Shiki. You will see this yourself soon enough, but for now we must wait patiently. Nay, Genbu, we need wait no longer. You are come sooner than expected, comrade. I trust our messenger informed you of the dire circumstances. Then you know what must be done. Those warrior Akali will face you in battle as she did Suzaku and Byaku before you. Very well, but not here, for this is a temple, not a battlefield. To the east of Hingashi is an island I have claimed as my own. There we may wreak havoc to our heart's content. 'Tis far from this place, but a warrior such as you would not balk at a lengthy swim, I trust. Perhaps not, but it would be needlessly tire her before the trial. I'll use my command of the flowing waters to speed her way. If it means I am spared the burden of looking after her, then I am all for it. We shall gather at the Isle of Beko first, and from there begin our journey. Urchin, while I'm away, I leave you in charge. Yes, sir, Tiny Turtle, sir. I'll keep a close eye on the others while they work their magics or whatever it is they're doing. I totally forgot we hadn't done 5.55 or 4.55. Whoopsie doodles. I'll have plenty to do tomorrow. Although I don't think it's super long. I was just thinking about like all the scions have passed out, and I was like, wait a second. Pachoo! Did you not pay attention to anything that happened? That's how it was, that's how it was for, the 24-man raids of this series. And, I think I went through them with, like, finally paying attention for stream, and it almost put Q to sleep. So... down we go.
Sorry, I was scratching my nose.
Hands on the keyboard, Q.
I mean, my hand was on the keyboard, that's why we kept going forward.
You had to get Naboja. Akali, was it? I see why Genbu favors you. You are unlike him, that much is plain. Tenzin too was possessed of a quiet confidence, a well-deserved one at that. When he met his foes in battle, blade in hand, he was magnificent. As well, you should know, having been bested by him in single combat, which was why you chose to join us, was it not? Aye, I vowed to surpass him. From that day forward, trained tirelessly to hone my skills, that I might claim victory in a rematch, only to be forever denied the chance when Koryu struck him down. By the time I had become a fully fledged auspice worthy of the Four Lords, there was no one left to fight. My vow was broken, my purpose lost. Seryu. But the whispers within me told of another. They promised me redemption, vengeance, by destroying the fiend that robbed us all of Tenzin long ago. Whispers? Brother, no, you mustn't. The strength to lay Koryu low can be yours if you but give voice to me, if you but lead me the way. And so I have, brother. I have embraced the Aramitama. Folly, you know not to trust its honeyed words and false promises, and yet you would surrender to it, body and soul, perchance forevermore. Turn back, brother, I beg of you, before it is too late, and you fall to the primal rage and become a broken shell, like Koryu. Think you know I know not what is at stake? If I must become a demon to slay another, then I will do so gladly. My vow demands it. Only by embracing the Aramitama will we ever rid ourselves of Koryu. This I know. You will not sway me from this path, warrior. I will quell your Aramitama one way or another. I see you too are committed to your course. Hardly surprising, given that you fought Byaku and Suzaku. Then we shall forego further debate and let battle determine who is right and who is dead. There he goes. This is indeed a troubling development. In embracing the Ramatami, the Shiki he commands may pose a far greater threat. Nevertheless, our purpose is unchanged. You must show him the error of his ways, Akali, and save him from his primal rage. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Ramitama Mama. I'm gonna be real with you, Miss Q. I sincerely only know the EX version of this fight. I could not tell you. I think it is mostly... I think it's very telegraphed in comparison to EX, so it should be fine. Did we unlock? Okay, first, before we go fight this snake, now that we have no more gear left to get, we should upgrade the gear that we have. So I'm in the Scavian set, but we should go to Ralger's really quick and get you better stuff. Sound like a plan?
Sure.
Yeah. Ralger's, just really quickly. Doing stereo on content was so absolutely brutal. First of all, I lost a dog with a 98, which is about as devastated as I've ever been. But also, there was a... Hold on, let me help Q for a second. So I think you want to go to token exchange. So you want to go to the Scavian Gear Exchange first and get yourself the Augmented Scavian Magitech X.
Magitech X.
Damn, you made out like an absolute bandit. You have, like, aside from your top, you were able to get, like, the Omega shoes, the raid pants, and I got nothing. Okay.
I am strong.
So, replace your lowest stuff first. You already have the belt and the accessories, so start with replacing your top. It'll be Elegant Tombstones of Panic DOW2. You are gonna be the fending stuff. So start with the armor of fending. And then you'll want to replace any of the Omega stuff after that. So gloves, shoes, and the circlet or head. And if you have anything left over, you can get pants.
Pants are too expensive.
Too expensive? That's okay. You have the second best pants you can have. $396 ain't bad. I've been in worse shape. Okay, you ready? Oh no, you're still putting on your clothes.
I bought shoes, but I guess they're not better than what I just...
They have to be. $380. No, they're way better if you have... You might not have bought the right shoes.
I marked in Scavian Greaves offending. Are they in my...
They might be in your bag. Dolphin. Where's the dolphin come from? Where do you get a dolphin? That has to be from fishing. You doing okay over here, Miss Q?
Yeah, there's the little one right next to the shoes, but they're nowhere in my bag. Or my armory chest.
So type /item search.
Item.
And then type in the name of the shoe. Item search will be all one word.
Oh.
And then type in the name of the shoe.
Vending.
And then once you've typed it all in, hit enter, and it'll tell you where it is.
It gave me 35 different responses.
Okay.
37 matches found containing augmented. Oh, it should have been all one word, probably.
Okay, stream for me very, very quickly. Thank you. To mute your stream. Okay. Let me full screen it really quickly. It'll be at the bottom. So there, you bought the...
I don't hear you through Discord anymore.
Okay.
There you are.
So that's the currency exchange. 37 matches. Okay, open up your chat box really, really huge.
Chat box really, really huge.
Okay. Find your Greaves of Vending and right click it. Then says search for item.
Greaves of Vending, right click it.
Search for item. It is in your inventory in the very first block. Right there.
Huh.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked everywhere.
Yeah, I know. You looked everywhere except right there.
I looked
Yep, you looked everywhere. Put your shoes on. We're going
to stop stramming.
Yeah. I think what's funny, because no one else could see it, the block was basically empty except for 3 pieces of gear, one of which was those shoes. That
yeah,
you looked
but
everywhere
I've been pulling
for.
gear out to give to the Domans, so I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to bully Q about this. We don't have to defend it. Are you good?
Bullying is acceptable if it's your sister.
I will absolutely... Oh, I think my screen's a little off. Oh no, I just have it over there. Bullying is acceptable. I am allowed to. Are you good? Do you have your shoes on?
I have my shoes on.
Okay. Those pants are really killing your look every turn. No matter what you're wearing. Oh, there we go. It looks better with the greaves. I thought you were still wearing your Omega sneakers.
Yeah, I was putting them into my inventory. I didn't know you were watching me.
I was.
Oh my.
Always watching Wazowski.
What about you and your gear?
That's fine. I have all my stuff on.
I never see you get any gear.
That's because I never win any of it, asshole.
I don't mean it in like a, oh, I'm so great. I win things. I'm just...
I knew all my stuff off stream, like a good bean.
I got so many Halloween orders to do.
I know.
Oh no, he's hot.
I know, so that was my exact thought. Everybody I knew was so thirsty for Viagra, but this man right here, that's where it's at.
If I must forsake myself to keep mine oath, then so be it.
Somebody else in chat said that they couldn't remember this one.
Beg not for mercy.
It's out. He does those are different symbols, so when it's that one, it's out. Spread. Do not walk on me. Do not walk on me.
I'm not even there.
I'm talking to this monk that was looking for my blood. This is in. So under him.
You know where to run.
Okay, so how this works is the person with the thing. Oh god. Oh jeez. I need to stay away from everything that's happening here. People take the as. So, for the record, none of that was done correctly. And it all happened faster than I could explain it. But if you find yourself attached to a wheel, you turn those wheels. You do not stack with the rest of the party, and you turn the wheels away. And then it doesn't matter in normal, but when you are tethered, you again take that away from the rest of the party that is stacking. None of which was done. And that's okay. It's only normal. We are going to get thrown into the water in a second, and you need to swim back to shore as fast as possible while avoiding the AoEs in the water. I don't think it goes super fast in normal. But maybe it does. Okay, so we need to get on the side where there's snakes. Same thing again, on the side of the snakes, towards the edge. While staying stacked. Okay, so now to the north, there is a big man who slappies his hands. Keep an eye on which hand is being raised up because we need to be away from that side. So be on the right side. And now we want to move to the left side. And then back to the right side. That's the most typical black mage thing I had ever seen in my life. Alright, don't be in that red circle, but be on the edge of it.
Oh, on the edge of it.
Yep. Because we're gonna get pushed out. So, we want to be out, 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 out. Spread, 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 spread. It's gonna do our Tama thing. Is he doubling it? He might not double. Yep. In, while dodging those circles. Tethers need to go out. Yeah, to the edges. Very good. On but. Oh god. I'm not taking part in that. That's death. Watch out for the big man who slams his hands to the north. We'll also have snakes to the sides. Yes? Maybe. Left side. We do have snakes to the side, so we want to get to the edge. We will, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Fingers crossed. Okay. It do be like that. And EX, you get pushed before the hand goes down. I think you're supposed to wait for the snap and then the snakes. I guess we won't. That was my bad. So what happens is, in EX they spawn at the same time, so you have snakes spawning to either the right or left, and you have the big man with his slap hands to the north. So when he gets that far in the fight, you pre-position yourself, because the snakes will go before he slaps his hands down. But if you're nervous, you can step a little bit farther out to make sure that you are in movement before he slaps his hand down. But in normal, he summoned the big man with the hands first, and then the snakes. So you had to wait. You had to wait here for the hand to go down, and then run to the side. But I got mixed up. That was my bad. I got us killed, and I'm very sorry. It was also unfortunate because he can do it the other way too. If he had been slapping to the other side, we would have been pushed back in time. I goofed it. You are every bit Tenzin's successor, warrior, for you are but the second child of man to have bested me in battle. Once, I would have never thought it possible, when I was no more than a mere serpent, blessed with good fortune to be born on an island where the people held us in the highest. To them I was a kami, and I was foolish enough to share in their belief. But when I had lived some few centuries and first began to manifest true powers, my worshippers became Thank you, support desk. My worshippers came to view me in a different light. When they were visited by calamity, they mistook me as the cause, and so, in place of traditional offerings, they brought me the flesh of their flesh. Though I had no hand in it, their fortunes improved. To them, the answer was clear. Only greater sacrifice would satisfy the guardian serpent. Little did they know I had spared the maiden and spirited her away to another land, in secret, as I would the others that would follow. Nevertheless, the belief lingered, and soon the guardian serpent came to be regarded as a malevolent demon, and my worshippers became my decriers. They tempted sellswords with Koban to come and slay me, the poor fools. So began my days as the hunted kami. I dispatched them every time, and though I took little joy in it, and then one day, a man unlike all the others appeared before me, a samurai in the company of beasts. Tenzin and I fought. He won. The fallen kami had at last been bested by a fortune-seeking hunter. I could not help but chuckle as I closed my eyes and waited for the inevitable blow. Join me. Let us begin anew. Saying this, he extended his hand to me. All that I was, all that I had ever been, was no more. I had nothing. Yet not only did he see fit to spare me, but offer me a new home. But even a fallen kami has his pride, and I could not readily accept such kindness, even if I yearned for it. Seeing this, Tenzin laughed. Then earn it by growing stronger, and in turn, using that strength to help others, as you have been helped. Become more than you are, and more than me. Thus did I vow to devote myself to becoming an auspice worthy of man's worship and admiration, to become a magnificent dragon that would safeguard his chosen. Strange, my recollection now is not as it was before. Details once indistinct are now vivid and clear. Perhaps the Aramitama clouded my judgment. Thank you, Akali. Had you not helped me remember my vow, I might have lost the chance to honor Tenzin's memory forever. Wait, where is Genbu? Has he returned to the temple without us? That bodes ill. The fate of the Ruby Sea hangs in the balance, and Seiryu is eager to play his part. If Genbu left without us, then it can only mean that Koyu's return is imminent. Come, we must rejoin the others at the Raizen Temple. Ride, please. Thank you. How's the B rank over there?
Do you want it?
No. It's just a B rank, and an A rank would kick our ass. Do you remember the 60 we were trying to fight during during Alexander?
Yeah, but we were also level 60.
I know, but there was only 2 of us.
Yeah, but now we're level 70. And things in this area are like level 50-ish.
But the A rank would still be level 70. That's how they work. There's 2 A ranks in every area. And 1 S rank, I believe. And 1 B rank, maybe. I don't know, I don't hunt B ranks. You are, as ever, a welcome sight, Akali. And you, Seiryu. Forgive me, Genbu. I have been a great fool. As have we all many times before, and doubtless will be again. Nevertheless, forgive me. The wards are at their limit. You have got to come right away. Then it is as well that Serio has returned to the fold, for now we four lords may bring our united powers to bear against our foe. Your part in this is finished, my friends. Now you must go. Should we fail in this final endeavor, then the temple, nay, the whole of the Ruby Sea may be consumed by Koru's wrathful fires. Don't be stupid. We came to see this through to the end, and we'll do just that. That's the Scion way, right, Akali? If that is your will, so be it. Join us then, and stand as witness to our deeds this day, which will determine the fate of all that we hold dear. I wish the snake didn't move like that. It's very bad. Hold nothing in reserve. Summon all your strength. Only then can we hope to triumph over our mad brother. It worked. I can feel it. The wards are mended, strengthened. No, no, no. Even now, after everything we have endured, everything that has made us stronger, how can we fail? All shall burn. Gambu! Gambu! It will be impossible for us three alone to bind him, but we can hold him at bay for a time. Flee this place. Maybe you cannot bind him, but together we can defeat him. Fool, a hero you may be, but Koryu is an opponent none can defeat. You, I killed once before. Samurai, I will kill you again. Tenzin? Brother, sister, now is our chance to restore the wards. How, even his weakened state, without Genbu, we do not stand a chance. Soroban, come away from there before you get hurt. If I do not act, then our lives are forfeit anyway, ours and everyone else in the Ruby Sea. What is he doing? This is the ritual he performed incorrectly before, when he summoned a great tortoise kami into his body. I see it now. He offers himself to Genbu. I can feel his presence returning, but if Soroban does this, then his own soul will be... I would rather you not say it out loud, otherwise I might have second thoughts. Believe me, I know the consequences, and I accept them. Farewell, my friends, and please look after Taramazu. Soroban! Worry not, Soroban. We will not let it be for nothing. Burn! Burn, all shall burn! Perhaps one day, many thousands of years from now, but not this day. Be gone. I did too. Karu shall not threaten us for many millennia yet. Let us rejoice in this hard-won victory, nearly lost were it not for your courage and strength, Akali. But Soroban... Tragic though his sacrifice was, it was not in vain. Let us not mourn his death, but honor his memory. Death? Memory? What in the world are you on about? Soroban yet lives. Let me guess, in our hearts or some such. Honestly, if you're going to try and comfort us, you could at least do better than offer trite cliches. I am simply making a statement of fact, but I see words alone will not serve to communicate my point. Huh, but I do not understand the ritual the Kojin performed. when one summons the soul of an immensely powerful entity into one's own body, it is understood and expected that the summoner's soul is extinguished in the process. That is true. When the summoned entity's soul is of surpassing strength relative to one's own, Soroban's, however, has grown remarkably robust, owing to his intense training and his prolonged exposure to the magics of the Tamate Boko of geomancy. His soul now eclipses mine in spiritual potency, which is why it holds fast to this vessel, and so when the enchantment fades ere long, mine will depart and fade as before. And just when we were getting used to having you around again. Karu's aim was true, as you saw, and in my final moments I was filled with regrets, but no longer. With my remaining time, I will attend to my affairs and train dear Sorban to succeed me as the next Genbu. Wait, me? The next Genbu? The four lords are ever needed. You have both the strength of will and character to succeed our elder brother. Would you not all agree? I think he more than proved himself when he stood his ground against Koryu. Still, it should be a unanimous decision. Byaku? As you say, he faced certain death without hesitation and embraced sacrifice for the sake of others. I should be glad to welcome him to our fellowship. If that is how you all feel, then I am certainly in no position to refuse. I will do my best to live up to your expectations. Give an elm and they'll take a mom, I swear. This man just got, allowed to be, they're like, alright, well, you're gonna be an immortal forever now. Congratulations. Do not think I have forgotten our bargain, little urchin. Great feats demand consummate rewards, and we are auspices of our word. It's about time! Did you hear that, Akali? It's treasure time! While we see to preparations, perhaps you could spare a moment for my dearest comrades. With our troubles at an end, we may be parting ways soon, and so this might be the last opportunity you have to speak with them for quite some time. Actually, the auspices were at the last Easter event. They were in big bunny costumes, but you could tell by their dialogue who they were. Worry not for Soroban. We will guide him in this journey and help him to reach his true potential, as Tenzin once guided us. I had long since given up on ever seeing him again, and then he was there, shining paragon of strength and virtue, a memory made manifest. But if he had been more than that, I would have told him. This body I once cursed, I have come to cherish. This I owe him, and his love. I think he already knows. Oh, well that would be wonderful if true. For all his virtues, he could be remarkably oblivious at times. But though he taught me to love and accept myself, it is you who helped me to remember, who helped me to smile again. For that, Akali, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Please come and visit us in the future. At first I thought he was a figment of my imagination, but he was real enough. How or why I do not know, but a possibility springs to mind. When Tenzin was mortally wounded by Koryu, he used the last of his strength to seal him within the sacred crystal. The original wards were born of his flesh, his very essence, an act of desperation I once believed. But now I wonder, was it preparation for this very day? But even if it had been part of an elaborate plan to preserve his soul as a final defense, his strength alone would have never sufficed. Nay, he needed another warrior possessed of tremendous potential, like himself, one blessed with a singular power to whom he could bequeath his own. He knew another would come, you see, another hero, the likes which the world so rarely sees. Thousands and thousands of years ago, he foresaw your coming. Bah, clever bastard, putting me to shame with his strength and wisdom both. And still he denies me my rematch. But at least I have you, Akali. Live long, for I am not finished with you yet. We will fight again, and I will win. Without turning to the Uramitama, you may be assured. With Koryu imprisoned once more, my comrades and I are free to watch over these lands as before, as is our duty. When the wards falter once more, we shall again gather our strength and beat back our mad brother's assault, together with the noble Sorbonne, a worthy successor to the fallen Genbu. For now, however, we may enjoy a welcome respite, a peace we owe as much to you as anyone else, I should think. I see many battles ahead of you, for like Tenzin, you are not one to rest on your laurels, that much is plain. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. Ah, but I ramble. Do not deny it. When one has lived as long as I, it is all too easy to lose track of time. Go, go. Should you ever crave the company of we curious beasts, you will find us here. Come and claim your reward, honored friends. It's beautiful, it's so beautiful, more than enough to make up for 1,000 of Elvino's reckless purchases. A fitting reward for saviors of the Ruby Sea. To be honest, I was half expecting another terrible joke, but you really followed through. Getting this home was going to be no easy task. If transportation is a concern, we would be happy to deliver to the destination of your choosing. Really? Just like that? In that case, the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane, if it's no trouble, that is. None whatsoever. Every member of the collector should be glad to lend a hand. And with that, I take my leave. So, Soroban, will you really stay here and not return to Taramazu? Well, I did agree to become the next Genbu. For the duration of his training, I would have him remain here. It will be a long, hard road, believe you me, and I intend to spend my remaining years guiding him, all 500 or so. And there you have it. I hope I can impose upon you to deliver Bunjin the news. Wait, 500 years? As in you will be in here for another five centuries? I thought you said the enchantment would fade ere long. These things are relative, and what's with that tone of yours anyway? You should be honored to be the beneficiary of my sage tutelage, foolish turtle. You're a turtle too, an old, tiny, crabby ghost turtle. Get out of my head. There's something a little frightening about watching them fight with themselves. Ugh. Maybe we should leave them alone for a while. Thank you for everything, Akali. Tataru, safe travels. But Tataru, you didn't do anything. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm so sorry, Moonjin. He's never coming back. I see you have, I sense you have your reasons other than the usual for this particular visit. Might it have something to do with Soroban? I beg your pardon, Soroban is to become the next Genbu. I will not feign understanding. However, this extraordinary state of affairs came about is utterly beyond my ken. As unbelievable as I yet find it, though I have no doubt you speak true. Soroban's had an incredible string of bad luck, succumbing to the Aramitama, becoming a giant tortoise, and now this. On the other hand, he could have refused, and instead agreed to take on this responsibility, so we may as well support him, don't you think? Indeed, though it pains me to imagine Taramazu without her Soroban, it fills me with pride to know that a Kojin of the Blue has been granted this great honor. We shall pray for him, that he may rise to the occasion and serve as a benevolent guardian to all who call the Ruby Sea home. Thank you for helping him to find his true calling, my friends. Oh no, the pleasure was all ours, and the profit. I am not sure I take your meaning, but I appreciate the sentiment. But if I might ask a final favor, would you be so kind as to look in on him from time to time, just to see that he is getting on all right? Of course! It's not every day you make friends with a secret collective of talking animals, after all. Even if Sorobun hadn't decided to remain at Resin Temple, I wouldn't have wanted to stay away. You can be sure I'll be heading there from time to time, and you're welcome to join me when I do, of course. I have never once visited that temple, or any of the animals, once I was done with this. I don't even know, they might have special dialogue between patches. You got a housing item. Alright. Let us go finish up Stormblood. Once and for all. And then I will free you.
Free? I will never be free.
You'll be fine. Ori Mulder's sullen expression suggests he has no good news to share, which in this case may not mean good news. Ah, Kali, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have naught to report. Collinet and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Elfino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Mistress Akali, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from Garleon's lips, but I speak them out of love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. It will seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Elfino. An acquaintance of Akali and Elfino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. You follow me, sir. When word reached me that Elfino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad. It pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return in North Silvertier, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you could spare the time, that is. I have no idea who's waiting. I cannot remember. Everyone we know is dead, crap, so... North Silvertier. Who's left that could visit us? Sid? Maybe it's just Sid. Yeah, it's just Sid. Oh, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. I came straight out here, Maximus. Calm down. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down the missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garleans would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an imperial defector, who thought to aid another imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raubon that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is that true? Gaius still lives. Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. He claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ascians, did he? Ha! After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I'll be sure to tell him so. Thank you for putting beans back in the bean economy. Commander Alden also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlean was founded by Ascians? But this is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it, and yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped, to save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Emperor's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seriu's wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Alden requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time no doubt being of the essence, could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Raubon's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. I too will make for the border anon. If there is aught I can do to help, I consider it my duty to see it done. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which of course is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Kali, not even you, so please take care of yourself out there. I pray that you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you are among them, eh? Despite the apparent urgency of Raubon's summons, the Resistance fighter seems content to wait for your signal to proceed. Commander Alden is waiting, my lady. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? We should probably break party. Not to spoiler, be a spoiler, but we should probably break. Oh, he's all glowing anyway. Okay, good. You're here, good. I summon you to discuss strategy, but first I would appraise you of the Garlean's movements. Upon speaking with Raubon, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Are you setting aside the time, Miss Q?
I don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
I remember fucking this up because 'cause I'm bad at video games.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
You need only say the word.
Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
Uh-oh.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again? Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
No, but let's go.
May Ralga grant us strength.
The scrambling of my brain only makes me stronger. Have you seen me in the Hildebrand quests?
Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
I think we should check on Alize. She's probably dead somewhere.
Didn't she beef it already?
No, not yet. That was Alphina.
I think she's already beamed. I think she beamed it at the end of the last patch. That's why we spoke with Hori Boulder, because she's down and out.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I do think she's down. I hope you enjoy having 3 samurai buttons. Well...
Oh, God.
I know, it's not good. I don't have my dot on. So your 2 is a dot. It should be a 1-minute dot. 3 is a gap closer. And then you just keep hitting the 1 button. It's apparently only a 30-second dot because Ian is the worst samurai in the world. 4 is a heal, but don't use it until you need it.
This one's for you, Ada.
It's a 118-second cooldown. active time maneuver go?
Here it comes!
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
She made shadow clones of herself and then LB3. That's I can't do that. Please stop tank bustering me, you bastard.
Magic with a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
I don't have glare yet. It's only stone 3. No, I don't. The hand part was the hardest part I had when I first did this. I don't remember having a hard time against Xeno himself. Let's go. I always forget that arrow is only... "17 seconds," which is garbage. I have time to cast stone, so just arrow spam. Oh, it's too late. I couldn't find it. It's not where my other one usually is. Oh. Don't do that. X flares! Shit. I fucking... Swords need to be destroyed as quickly as possible. Close. Fuck it, I'll just eat it. I have a benediction. I'm a white mage. What now, Xenos? More balls.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Thank you, support desk query. I need to go check my mail, or this will be my life for the foreseeable future.
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
You have to send me back. Now.
The battle is over, the danger past. But your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
What happened?
Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells. Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Is Alize all right?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now.
Yeah, she did get beamed last week.
You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget...
Dinner?
I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Where are you at, Miss Q? Were you able to do the thing already?
Just got into the Temple of Time.
Okay. No problem. You can mute me so that you can focus on your cutscenes. It is very funny that you fell. Estinian saved you. He dropped you at Emmerich's feet, and Emmerich's like, I think I'm gonna take her all the way to Ishgard, actually. We're in Alamigo, but Ishgard is where we're going. Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you confined to bed. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. Thanks, Dad. As long as we have you, Mistress Yana, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, Artoria will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength has returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. and press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Thanks, Dad. I'm thinking Hori Boulder will finally get, like, some much-needed screen time come Endwalker. Both Hori Boulder and Colile. She's back.
By the 12! I don't believe it! I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on? Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphano, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me?
I absolutely agree. Tataru is here to do the taxes.
So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home.
We can't have her final smash spoiling the Endwalker twist where she is confirmed to be Garlean's spy.
As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home?
That is not a rumor, that is the truth, actually.
I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. She will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious. Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Do it. And that's it. That is the end of Stormblood. Q is a bit behind, so we can't get her thoughts. Oh, so pretty. Does Yuri get a pretty one too? Or is it just these? Might just be these. Oh, there we go, Ian. Very excited to start Shadowbringers. We'll start Shadowbringers next week. We're gonna catch up on class quests today and tomorrow. And if we run out of class stuff to do tomorrow, then we'll spend the rest of our time in Eureka trying to catch up as much as possible with that. I'm not gonna be able to do Eureka in 3 hours. That's simply too much to do. Too many levels to go up. Oh, Yukiri. But we'll get about as far into that as I'm capable of getting. It's just so long. Tough to do within a week. Even like, I want to show everybody the quests and whatnot. So, Boja will have a similar problem, I think. We'll do what we can, and then we'll start next week. Q's schedule is very, very jam-packed, so I think giving her a little bit of time to sort out the things that she needs to do, so she can spend the hours playing Shadowbringers with us. We don't want to leave her behind. Not yet, anyway. We'll be leaving her behind for Endwalker. Which is a little sad. I wish she could be there with us. Yatsuya. I wish they had this sort of credit scene for all of them. I love this really pretty artwork of everybody. I forgot they had this. I loved Yahtzee. Oh, tempting as it is, I want to skip past these credits. Now that we've all seen the pretty art. I'm sorry. And I don't think there's a cutscene. No. I think one last thing to say to close it out. Yep. I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Codex Fine. You go and rest while we track down that beacon.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
Oh, it's not gonna end well for you, friend. Should have just let that one go.
Your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow your seeds of darkness. I'm afraid there's still no change in the Scion's condition, and the means to wake them from their slumber yet eludes us. I pray this beacon at the Crystal Tower might guide us in an answer. Grandfather doubts his ability to contribute to the science, and try as I might, I cannot assuage his doubts. Would that Homai was here. He would know what to say. Everyone labors tirelessly to fulfill the Scion's duties in their absence, and yet I sometimes wonder what worth yet remains in these old bones of mine. I thought things couldn't get any worse when the Garleans were gearing up for war. Then word reached me the Scions were in trouble. We need to find that beacon and find it quick. Our brothers and sisters are fallen, 'tis true, but duty will not afford us time to wallow in misery. Until they are returned to us, we must work twice as hard. My brother says he will work twice as hard in the Scion's stead, which likely means I must work thrice as hard if I am to match his pace. In light of present condition of the Scions, even Royal has returned to us from a field. Never has there been a greater need to marshal our resources. You needn't worry about the Scions. Orchard, my sister and I have been keeping over them in shifts ever since they arrived at the Rising Stones. If only they would give some sign of stirring. I never realized just how critical a role the Archons played in all that we do here. It won't be easy to make up for their absence. Alright, I have Hildebrand things to do. I know Q is still watching cutscenes. So we will just carry on whenever
No,
she...
you have Hildebrand to do?
I do have Hildebrand to do. We're all done here.
Oh.
This was the end of the Stormblood, and we will do Shadowbringers next week.
We won't start tomorrow?
No. That will give you time to do things that you need to do. And gives me a time to do class quests and a whole bunch of stuff for Shadowbringers. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to get done all that I need to get done today. Plus, I still have some Eureka things I need to do, which I can try and do tomorrow. So you are free until next week.
Oh my.
Do you have any questions? You weren't there at the end with us. You were a little touch behind, so...
I'm just curious how there's two Xenoses.
You know
like
that
his soul is in another body,
right?
And Xenos' body is being taken over by an Ascian.
Right. His soul. The actual question is just how did his soul get out?
It's like there was an Ascian already in there, and then a separate Ascian took over his body.
I think
it's like, hey, free real estate.
I think it's also important to keep in mind his family lineage. Solus Solscalvus is an Ascian.
So he was born an Ascian?
Not
kinda.
Kind of. We
Not
actually
a
don't.
Full Ascian.
We don't actually know. So all we can do is surmise the situation. All of the Xenos questions will be answered in Endwalker, it looks like. But we are led to believe, just by this alone, his grandfather was an Ascian. And then through that, so there's some sort of Ascian happenstance with his bloodline. That's all we know.
I see.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Oh, I think I won. I'm just going in circles. Yeah, so his soul left and took over the corpse of what looks to be an Elizin, while Elidibus took over Xenos' body. There was some soul scrumbling. Also, we have not read the short story. Because I was going to do that. There she is. I was going to do that when Endwalker dropped. While we were waiting for Endwalker to drop to read all the short stories. But something that isn't discussed in canon, but is talked about in the short story, is that Varys has some sort of issues due to his grandfather. And, far be it from Solus of all the Garleans to talk shit about height and lineage and stuff when he is, the shortest Garlean I've ever fucking seen in my life next to Sid. But, he told Varys when he was a boy that he wasn't good enough physically. So Varys, taking that to heart through his entire life, did several dozen experiments on his own child, Xenos, and made him like this super soldier. And that is also why Xenos has these crazy... Well, it's not... He's got those crazy glowing eyes, which he gave to Fordola, right? He gave her that fake echo stuff, which means he also has fake echo. Which also probably has something to do with what happened. Anyway, I'm gonna go do Hildebrand. I assume you are running away as fast as possible.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Alright, thank you as always, Miss Q. We will see you next week.
Yee, goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Like a moth to the flame. But why else would you come, if not for Nashu, Makaraka, and Inspector Hildebrand's shenanigans? Oh, where in the world could he be? Oh, it's you! I don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildebrand roaming about, have you? Making his inquiries? Oh, ever since Shigure got detained by the Sexagumi, the inspector's been busy looking into the affairs of Master Akebono, but to no avail. Never fear, my faithful assistants, I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good woman. I might go so far to say that, in all my years as an inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of my investigation into the darker rumors concerning Master Akebono, I received a mysterious missive I can but presume was penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildebrand, even in the Far East, you've got yourself a following. Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. Huh, that's interesting. It's definitely not written by Hingen, but they don't seem to be too good with the Eorzean letters. Yeah, something of light, who seeks the strongest of swords. The Sobaru Sekihiro know that I've laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me upon Kugane Hoeshi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. The something of light, you say? Why, he must be referring to none other than my humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. I'm pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman, which probably means they're talking about Akali. What do you think, Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand? What do you mean he up and ran off? Why are you still standing here? You should hurry up and try and catch him before he does something silly. Guess I'll go deal with that whole situation. Run. I get up this way? I think so. I should have just teleported. Would have been very simple to do so. I do enjoy a stroll. It's gotta be like right over here. There are a couple of dungeons that we didn't get to do that we probably should have done. Is that you, Akali? As you can see, I seem to have found myself in a pickle. And by a pickle, I mean the ground. Kugane Oishi lies beyond this gate, but before I could pass through, I found myself suddenly accosted, then inverted, and then embedded thusly by the dear but misguided Jim. The duel I must regrettably leave up to you. I do enjoy this duel a lot. Oh, interesting. The picture is gray, like it's supposed to have an EX attached to it. I don't have any of the EXs unlocked to show you, but... First time I did this, I was geared to the teeth. I was the highest geared member of the FC at the time that I was in, because they were still progging Savage, so they were missing some pieces. I didn't have the Savage gear, but I was 430. No, I was 400 exactly, and I did this fight for the first time, and I really didn't think that anything could hurt me. And I stood in an AoE and was instantly killed. It was a one-shot down. Because I was like, oh, I have time to get this stone off. I'm like really well geared. It won't kill. I died instantly. 50k to 0 in like no time flat, and I hit the ground so hard. I was like, what? I was so confused that this had happened to me. I could not believe it. So you should simply just not stand in the AoEs. Okay, well, I hesitate to go do stuff. Yeah, I technically stood in 2 AoEs. He does as we'll see in this fight, he does the cross pattern. And I think I might have been standing in 2 lines, which would explain it. I could have sworn it was only 1. But holy bejesus did I die hard. It was a really fun fight to do. I don't know if I did it. I must have done a day of, because everyone was very bamboozled. And we were like, why is this man hit so hard? Like, what? I hesitate to go start anything in case this duel just suddenly happens. I go do anything with the Dome and Enclave. Those are long cutscenes, but I think I can probably go to the inn and talk to my little dragon friend. So we'll do Dragoon class quests next. That I might have time for. So long as I don't start anything, I should have time for it. I also need to check the mail before I keep getting reminders that the support team wants to talk to me. Oh shit. Oh, that's right. Okay. It's actually... I reported someone who was being a super big asshole to new players in Labyrinth of the Ancients. I don't got time for that. Or Kai would like to discuss the events, which may or may not be pertinent to your search. Hello there, Akali. I must say I could get used to this life in the Far East. Unlike those in Ishgard, Hingen's harbor no ill feelings towards us Dravanians. You should really hear some of the things Karu says. He keeps remarking that he wants me to stay here for an eternity when he introduces me to new people. It seems he believes me quite strong, and that dragons bring good luck. But what is that expression I see on your face? Could it be jealousy? Oh, Akali, do not worry yourself. You shall be just as popular here one day. More importantly, one of the new friends I have made through Kakaru mentioned that he knew something that might prove relevant to our search. I was just about to go and meet him now. Why don't you accompany me? I look so nice. Oh, it's because I'm in the level 70 gear. Oh, damn, that would have been cool though. I need to go this way anyway. Give me a moment, I shall call him now. It is I, Orin-Kai! Motherfucker. Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours for the wait. Yes, yes. What? Akali, do not worry. No more betrayals. Sworn on all the kami in creation I have. Yes, yes. Fuck. Akali, you have already made Gundyu's acquaintance? Come to hear about dragon legends. Yes, yes. There's this place that comes to mind, the Azim Steppe. You can get there by following the One River, home to all Namazu. Go way, way upstream and you will reach the steppe. Yes, yes, it is there that a monstrous dragon as dark as the night sky is set to slumber. The dark as the night sky, you say? No more information do I have. Go to the marketplace on the Azim Steppe, known as Reunion, and you may find the answers you seek there. This could be the one, Akali. The Horde was home to many a dark-scaled dragon after all. Let us hurry to Reunion. Please, 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 let us hurry to Reunion. Yes, 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 yes. End the cutscene. Please, 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 please. Where is it? Where is it? Damn it! I was so close! Nice! They were looking for a healer, it looks like. It's like I never missed the queue at all. Far too long have I waited for this rematch. The Soburo Tsukihiro may have brought us together, but 'twas fate that ordained we exchange inglorious fisticuffs. Victory will be mine this day. This is such a good fucking fight. If you have not done this fight, it's so good. It's actually insanely well done in this fight. So the thing about it's Gilgamesh, the man, the myth, the legend. So the thing about Final Fantasy Gilgamesh, this is what I died to, is that he steals swords. Oh no. Oh beans. Oh god. Ooh. He steals swords. So actually, the butterflies that he's using... No, stand on me! You fuckers! The butterflies that he was using, those are Ravana's butterflies. So that means he was... Oops, wasn't paying attention. He was, he has stolen some of Ravana's swords. He did that while he was Yojimbo. It's just really good. Just stand at me, just fine. No! Fuck! What is wrong with everybody? Why? This fucker is gonna kill me, actually. I'm so mad at everybody. They actually abandoned me to go stand with somebody else. Everyone can stay dead on the ground for all I care. Take that flare away. And then this is the Susano attack. Which means he has Susano's sword. I just stood in two, yeah. I couldn't see the safe spot, but they were on it the whole time. Not enough people to break chains. That's a lot. That's a wipe. They're blaming the red mages for not rezzing, which fair. I don't think there was enough. I genuinely don't think there was enough time to res, but I have not. I've been getting fucked by these red mages all game, so. I can't wait for people to not stand with me on my Dorito again. I'm gonna... Oh, I really fucked up. I could have got myself killed. I should have just stood where I was. She walked past me. She walked fucking past me. I am gonna have an absolute fucking fit. I should have walked away to somebody else just to prove a fucking point. You get mad petty. Safe. It's not safe. This is. I don't know about that. This is gonna be way too close together. I will see. It's right. Fuck. Their chain's too close, they'll never get it. In the middle, I thought so, I got scared. This is a fucking mess. Good God. I yield, I yield. I throw myself upon your boundless mercy and beg forgiveness, please. Give me this bargain. I want it. Well, I'm not gonna get it. I can't believe my 26 was beaten. This is outrageous. I was wronged by so many people in there. Actually pretty alarming. Oh, the dragon stuff happened over here. I think you're right. I do think Gilgamesh has stolen and taken more from people than like literally anybody else. He had Suzanu's sword. He had Ravana's sword. I did not do particularly well in that fight. I was so tilted by that whole Dorito fiasco. How wronged can one rabbit be in a single street? We meet again, Hildy. Greg, I say you are a sight for sore eyes. However did you come to be here in Kugane, in the Far East for that matter? Well, you see, the thing about that is... I say, to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim the entire time. Indeed I was. After Akali bested me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for our inevitable third bout. But when I saw you had misread my carefully written words and come in her stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. No, Greg, there's no need for apologies between friends. Yet again, I must ask, though, how did you come here to be in Kugane as a Rowan of much repute and a remarkably thin waist? I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there's a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons overseas, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and in that instant looked to my bosom friend, the painted rooster that had offered me companionship in my darkest hour. When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me after. But by his grace I survived for days and days after, until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He was too clearly a victim of slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune, and in each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus did I name him Daigoro, and thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might both live to see another day. When I last arrived at Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such ventures that I acquired the Zenmoto, in fact, and began to build my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, a legendary Rowan must dress to meet the expectations of his clients, so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. Kageyama was one such client. When I saw that Akali and her comrades were here to meet my opponent, though, I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. More fool me. Needless to say, the sight of the woman who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so when I heard tell of the Soboro Sekihiro, I knew I must claim it in preparation for our battle. The rest, you know. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for though I fought with all my strength, yet again was I defeated by the great and powerful Warrior of Light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I have taken my shot and fallen short, and so I will cease my shenanigans, and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors, that I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let us return to Nashu and share with her the wonderful news. You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. I should stop walking places. I should just start teleporting. I should just teleport. Just teleport. Need to go to the Rakuza district. Yakuza. I admit my defeat, brave warrior. Let bygones be bygones, you and I, and move forward in the spirit of camaraderie towards a common goal. Tomato. Truly, this was a twist that no one could have possibly seen coming. Terrible news, everyone. Whatever's the matter, Nashu? It's Shigure. As punishment for helping the wolf burglar escape, he's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. This is indeed a disturbing development. Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends. Presuming the wolf burglar is in the wind, our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden past of the Master Akebono and uncover proof that the sword he claims was first stolen by he himself. Divide and conquer, agents of inquiry style. I was really thinking we were at the end of this ride. But there sure is a lot of Hildy plot left. Regrettable indeed. Surabami is frantically trying to get your attention. Miss Injin, a moment if you would. There is a favor I would ask of you. You see, word has it that Lord Byogo of Kugane has established a new... Oh shit, you're not who I want to talk to at all. Sorry, ma'am. I saw blue and I simply clicked on it. How did Akebono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medical wares for all manner of purposes. From what I heard, we were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source for alchemical goods. Would that I had the coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables his clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. Sorry, ma'am. I'm not interested in your troubles. Ooh. Come, Alpha. Person's ready for the holidays. I should be glad to speak of Master Akebono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of every rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there is another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficiency of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from the birthplace of alchemy, Radz et Han. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling his supply of Hainish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has led many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their life savings, or seek assistance from distributable moneylenders. His practices are ultimately wholly within the confines of the law, so again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success. But I will say nothing on his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. Jeff Bezos of Kugane. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman? Come on, out with it. Akimono built his fortune selling miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there is far more to Master Akimono than meets the eye. Inspector, we've got to hurry. Shiguri's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if we don't do something. What, already? And here I was hoping we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information with which we might convince them to set the poor man free. But absent that, bah! There are many roads which leads to a just ends. If we must take a shortcut to avert a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. It seems like... this seems like a giant leap forward. Like, well, you set that man free, so now you have to die. Honored brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness, only pray that by this humble offering of my life that I might absolve the Shikigami of the shame I have brought upon it through my misdeeds. What is the meaning of this? The man is an imposter. Seize him at once. Shigari, now is your chance to escape! I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Soboro Shikihiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary reliefs, and I am a wolf of my word. Aye, this is indeed the Soboro Shikihiro. Very well, escort the wolf burglar back to his cell, and send a runner to Master Akibono's estate at once. We are far from finished, Shiguri. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I have decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akebono and... That will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. Said Master Akebono. Oh no. Master Commode! Wait, I know you! Master Akebono's guest, the one the Geku threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of such an event, or of you, for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there is no need for further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you are free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Commode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shiguri, the matter of the Soboro Sekihiro and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. I wish to be done with this quest line, Hildebrand. Please, just let it be done. Verily, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. A shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shiguri, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. Shiguri wants answers now, or he wants them eventually. What ho, Shigure, over here! My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing here before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? No, not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into custody of the Sexigume, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at that time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there has nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My King Inspector's senses are tingling. Where is the satchel now? In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to their den of iniquity. Oh, it's just pure cocaine. Spooky. Knew you'd lot turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you to be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter, I like the cut of his jib. So what are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Ah, yes, of course, they are. Soar high above and never go low. What? Kami, take me no. This is no time for fun and games, Inspector. Get low. Get low, get low, get low. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. What are you doing, Akali? Don't antagonize the man, or have you really forgotten what the password was? As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal. We've got to be careful. Damned if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep locked in a safe. That said, the suspicious powder is far from uncontrivable proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Seek the assistance of a Hainish alchemist, so someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Thanarian Consulate. Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Thanarian Consulate, my friends. Here, you simply can't go bang on gates of the foreign consulate and expect... Never mind. Get low, get low, get low, get low. Consulate is far, I think. Yeah, it's on the other side. Oh, it has its own little teleport. Most excellent. Can I just climb up these boxes, please? Nope. Okay. I've been playing so much Apex that I keep hitting the button to slide. So you run, you do a slide, or I want to climb up stuff. Did that very badly in Dead by Daylight not terribly long ago, where I was being chased by a killer, and I tried to climb up I tried to pull myself up the bridge at the docks in the swamp. That is not how that game works. So that was a big whoopsie doodles. I just want to slide. It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or no? Not as such, no. Then my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Not yet. You're right, and you should say it. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man? Other dad? Father! What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to this continent. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hainish alchemist, or one with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hainish regions. How fortunate, then, that we should chance to meet. I'm a representative of the Sastrata concern of Radzet Han. Should you know not the name, we trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. That is most generous of you. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. This powder is most fascinating. Ingredient of Hainish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medical purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather, and for this reason its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create a dew prism. I'm sorry, dew prism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subjects susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is most regrettably quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes, a changing of the color, fleeting and impossible. By the Kami, I have seen such a glimmer before. Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Komode is being manipulated. Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was about to voice the same conclusion. This fucking dude. Well, if what you say is true, then that is the most terrible crime that has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sexagume press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Is this all we're gonna get of Godbert? We're not gonna see him rip off his clothes and throw Hildy across the plains? To the moon? God damn it, I can't have anything in this house. Agibono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it? Wherever could he possibly be? But that's impossible. Thought you'd seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself with sitting in a jail. I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chances to bring my nemesis to justice. Am I escaping on someone else's watch? No one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akibono's crimes together. And reclaim the Sorboro Sekihiro into the bargain. Aye, this is no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're on the same page, let us be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Bengal, off to meet with the silent partner, I'm told. Capital! If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akibono to the punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If that is the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I didn't also blow. Well... I don't think that... You know what? That's fine. It's just fine. Ooh, excellent. Oops. Oh no, Q isn't here to give me that free ride. Hopefully it's not too far. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. Better not be up there. I will be very angry. Okay. This is the place, I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Papa? Father! By the kami, could it be the inspector's father is in league with Akibono? Don't be daft, look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akibono, but to the matter at hand, the dew prism, it has served you well? Met your expectations, I trust? Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless, the chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He had already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sexagume, more than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that Sobe Tsukihiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bugyosho, perhaps? The Magistrate? Akibono? Why not? All Kugane is mine for the taking. You are more right than you know, Master Akibono. For I come bearing a gift, courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzean consortium, to which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldernard, but all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akibono faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Kami forfend, he's under the influence of the dew prism. Wait, you fool, now is not the time. Father, 'tis I, your beloved son Hildebrand. Hearken to me, these men are villains. You are being deceived. The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding, just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Oh. Oh dear. Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone! It falls to you, Hildebrand, Hildor, Maximilian Manderville. Forgive me, Father, but you know not what you do. You're a Manderville, Mander. This fucking music that's playing. Aww. Manderville man! Abort, Father, spare me your reverse Manderville! Oh, and I'm spent. What happened here? I feel like I could have stopped this, but as I often do, I have done nothing. Well, this is all very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess. Oh, and it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Shata concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Soborosiki hero once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akebono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him into a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then. I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime and mine are many. And an upstanding Sekizagumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. Huh? Are you sure about this? Not if you ask me again. Go to your father. Shigori has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad, each and every one of you, even the samurai, and I love you all the more for it. Thank you. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would that, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dearly departed. Oh, Ndinku, if only you knew how sorry I am. Ndinku, but how? Then what was that I ate that faithful day? Fools, you think this is the end? I think not. Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronan. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Greg, cease your regress. Beyond the rift lies between two wondrous worlds yet unseen. Wait, no! How dare you twist my words? This is going to get worse before it gets better. Wait for me, Inspector! Oh, there he goes, my beloved son, not content to fly up into the sky as before. This time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and a Manderville man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. She's fucking gone, dude. It really was set up so perfectly for them to be in Shadowbringers. Alas. I'm sure they'll be on the moon. And off goes Lord Gordbert, along with Akibono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let us be off. Please, don't make me teleport. Fuck. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I not crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sexigume have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akibono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically cooperated with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akibono and his now defunct enterprise, the Thanarian Consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hainish suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me. In light of Akibono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. There was a time when I might not have thought as much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal, it all seems so simple in the abstract. But out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearances and hearsay, and not to be quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am to be worthy of the Sexigume, it is because of you and him. Speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildebrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... Oh, this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you're certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for the wear, then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. The man's been missing. I would say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder how he's doing now. Keeping watch for the next Akibono. I would not fault him if he were, though I might take issue with the methods, and should he abandon all pretense and become a common thief, then I will bring him to justice, this I swear. Shigari, this is no time to dawdle, your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kagane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. Oh shit, he did the jumping puzzle. Oh yeah, that's the zombie Hildebrand who decided to dress up as a wolf for reasons that I have, like, we just don't know. It's just what he's doing. I think it was explained. I've already forgotten. Where is it? He does. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna do the Doman Enclave, and then I know I started the Dragoon quest. That Hildebrand quest took fucking forever. So we'll do the Doman Enclave and then call it, I think, and then do all our class quests tomorrow. And if there is any time left over, we'll do Eureka. I kind of thought I would cruise through things a little bit faster, but I did not. Oh, I can just teleport to the Doman Enclave. I think I'm level 20 in Eureka, so we can't even go and start the new quest, which is a shame. I didn't do any Eureka this week, so that is my fault. Wait, I didn't even donate anything yet. On behalf of the Shenzhen Kai Akali, I thank you for your support. As I am sure you are aware, the southern portion of the yard under Master Suon Karuki's supervision is coming along quite well. Moreover, construction of the buildings adjacent to my office has begun. Several of these buildings have been designated for the production of traditional Doman arts and crafts, including paper. You may recall the gentleman we met in the stalls the other day, Master Aragani. He will be overseeing matters here. Come to think of it, perhaps you should go and introduce yourself to him. I know not if you have spoken with him since, but given the circumstances of that first meeting, he may not remember you. I'm the savior of Dome? I didn't even donate anything. I touched the box. Akali, was it? Forgive me. During our brief encounter at the stalls, I neglected to introduce myself properly. I am Aragai, a papermaker by trade. 'Tis all I have ever known in my altogether too long life. Greetings, Master Aragai. The construction of your paper mill is proceeding as planned, I trust? No, more or less, though it has not escaped my notice that progress on the ironmonger's workshops is outpacing mine. 1,000 pardons, Master Aragai. You must rest assured that the Shazai has not chosen to favor either one of your proposals over the other. I know that full well, child. Save your apologies, but I give voice to my frustration at falling behind the old goat. If Master Suunkai has wronged or offended you in some fashion, perhaps the Shenzhen Kai could arbitrate? No, there's no need for anything so dramatic. We have a long and storied history, he and I. Though our paths diverged long ago, we are peers, masters of our respective trades. And yet every time we cross paths, I cannot help but see him as the reckless apprentice he once was. He brings out the worst in me. But never mind that. You wish to know of our progress, yes? As you can see, all is on schedule. Your contributions have helped us come far indeed. Though it will be some time before we can begin producing paper as before, rest assured that the day will come before you know it, and the quality will surpass all expectations. For centuries, Doman paper has been coveted the world over, and with good reason. The fibers of the kozo, a variety of the western mulberry, I believe, and the waters of the One River combine to create a product like none other. Each sheet is produced one at a time, with a technique unchanged since antiquity. Though relatively quick, the process takes years to master, yet the effort is well worth it. Doman paper was prized for both its durability and its beauty, so much so that the merchants would bicker and squabble and strive to outbid one another, so certain that they could still turn a profit. Indeed, it was arguably our most successful export. Kami willing, it will be again. Which reminds me, Kozakura, my dear, I trust you have given thought to whom we might sell our paper once production has commenced in earnest? While I am aware of our agreements with the Zayla traders and the Confederacy, I doubt very much that these parties will put much store by our product. We have made inquiries, but have yet to receive any replies. But you needn't worry about such things. We will see to the mercantile matters, and you and your workers should devote your energies to building the mill. Have no doubt that we are. I mislike losing to my iron-headed competitor. The road ahead is long, but I pray you will continue to walk it with us. Construction of the yard is proceeding apace, and Kozakura is confident that the Shenzakai will have found a wholesale trader willing to purchase paper by the time Argai's mill is ready to begin production. As you continue to contribute to the Shenzhen Kai and the reconstruction effort? In what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? On behalf of the Shenzhen Kai Akali, I thank you for your support. Much progress has been made on the yard, owing to Master Saranuki's guidance. I have no doubt that he would enjoy telling you of his triumphs. As it happens, I expect I will soon have wonderful news to deliver to him as well. I should be glad if you were present for it. Oh, they got roofs on them now. Well, at least he has a roof. Again, we are graced by the warrior's presence, to whom we owe so much. Look, look! Is this not a thing of beauty, glorious and splendid? Quick as a flash, the carpenter's work, putting my smiths to shame. But so be it, or time for them to finally use that which they have built. Master Saranuki, Akali. By the Kami, what sorcery is this? The boy Hosen here? But you were for the west on Lady Yaguri's boat. To Eorzea shores I. There we remained for some time, but we are returned at last. Master Saranuki, all of us. All of the refugees who left Reverence Toll safely arrived not long ago. They are resting from their long journey at present, but you should see them out and about soon enough. Thank you again for helping to secure their passage home. This day has been far too long in coming, and were it not for you, I fear we would still be waiting. I am told you have contributed much to the restoration of the Enclave as well. Truly, my friend, your generosity knows no bounds. Once we have regained our strength, we too shall join in the reconstruction. Much fire in the belly as always, boy, but you and yours need homes, beds upon which to lay down and rest. I'll not see you sleeping in the streets. Take what you need from our materials, Kozukura, and have housing built for our brothers and sisters. It must be done. Yes, of course, as you wish, Master Saranuki. I will consult with the Shenzhen Kai and make the necessary arrangements. Is it not wonderful, Akali, how our people care for one another? Construction of the yard is proceeding apace, and while resources have been diverted to provide housing for the returned refugees, all are in agreement that it is for the best. As you continue to contribute the Shenzhen Kai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? I think like 3 would do it. Ego. On behalf of the Shenzhen Kai Akali, I thank you for your support. I once again have not donated anything quite yet. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. Owing to your many contributions, the Yard has seen further development. As you continue to contribute to the Shenzhen Kai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? May I? Words cannot express how grateful we are to you, Akali. As you may recall, Master Tsurunuki's bade us relocate resources for the construction of housing for the recently returned refugees. Though they are not yet finished, progress has been most swift, and soon we shall be able to give our brothers and sisters a proper welcome home. Some improvements have also been made to the buildings behind me. Master Argai can tell you more, if you like. It's looking nice over here. Well met, my friend, well met. It is still not much, I know, a ship in dry dock only beginning to take shape, and yet when I look on it, I feel a stirring in my breast. You wonder as to the purpose of yonder building? It is to serve as a storefront. Of late, the Enclave has seen increased traffic. Visitors from near and far. We cannot afford to give them anything less than the best impression, and so I thought to sell decorations and other colorful paper craft. Perchance you are familiar with kazegu? Ah yes, there is a word for you, a word you know for this. Pinwheels. Miniature windmills made of paper, yes? As the wind blows, the little wheels spin. A simple child's pleasure to look on, one held in one hand, perhaps, but the sight of many arranged is a rather more grand spectacle. Still, I expect little profit will come from sales to what few customers we receive here. Wholesale traders remain the key to our success. The other day, Kozakura told me that I had a promising lead, but she has yet to give me further details. I cannot help but wonder what sort of individual or concern they are. Master Argai, Akali, I had a mind to speak with you both. I have news regarding a concern willing to purchase our paper wholesale. Do you now? We were just discussing that very subject. I know not if you were aware, but we were contacted by the Shenzhen Kai before we left Eorzea, and on their behalf explored various avenues by which we might sell paper and papercraft to the merchants of the West. Though an intermediary, we contacted several trading concerns. One rather large and highly successful company expressed an interest in entering into our arrangement. I can say, with some confidence, that they will do their utmost to ensure that we all profit. Well, such wonderful news, though I must ask, what is the company in question? If it is successful as you say, perhaps our Eorzean patron knows it. East Alderan Trading Company? Oh no. Rowena's House of Splendors. Surely nothing bad will come of this. Surely. By the Kami, do not tell me she holds power over you too. What dark secrets could the Warrior of Light be so desperate to conceal? In any event, her reputation notwithstanding, 'tis better to have such a ruthless merchant as an ally rather than a foe, is it not? None will fight more fervently on our behalf, I pray. I suspect there is a story I'm not being told. Regardless, we have found a partner, and this is a positive development, yes? Then we shall resume our labors and strive to complete our paper mill as soon as possible. Back to work, everyone. Construction of the yard is proceeding apace, and the Shenzhen Kai is prepared to enter contract with Rowena's House of Splendors, from which Doma will surely profit. Surely. As you continue to contribute to the Shenzhen Kai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? And there we have it. We are caught up with that. We'll be building this place, I think, well into Shadowbringers, surely, but that's okay. So I'm gonna call it here a little earlier. But that's alright. We will be finishing up the Dragoon quest. I'm hoping to have Dark Knight a bit further along. I really wanted to get that one to 70, but it's gonna have to wait. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST with more Final Fantasy XIV. And then we will start Shadowbringers next week for sure, for sure. So, gives Q a chance to get up on her own personal duties and to get us caught up with some things that need to be caught upping. But I hope you all have a very lovely, lovely evening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.